Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about what things you shouldn't tolerate in a girl and when you should end the relationship. See, when a girl doesn't respect you the way she should despite you providing for her and essentially becomes so disrespectful that you should no longer be giving her your affection and time and just leave her. See, I'm not saying that you should disrespect her as well or be impudent to her. It is not about being ill-mannered to her or cussing or abusing her. It is about setting boundaries and rules in your life. Being tolerant to everything and anything simply means you are allowing degeneracy as well and means that you don't stand for anything. A high-value man is someone who has specific guidelines and moral values that he abides by. That's what masculinity requires of you as well. It is an essential trait to possess in your life. Otherwise, you will not be able to tell what's right and wrong for you, and when you don't know that difference, you cannot excel in your life either. It is because you will not have a path to walk on. You shouldn't be forcing her with your power either. There is just a limit, and you should know what to let go, and when it is the time to not tolerate anymore and exit the relationship. And so I will be talking about the 3 red flags that when you see, you should know that it's time you said goodbye to her. Now keep in mind, you are supposed to see them as they are and not add any buts to it. If you find them, you take action. You cannot act on emotions as that will leave you in turmoil. It is intuition and doing the right thing instead of avoiding it. Okay, let's dive into them. Red flag number 1. The first red flag that we'll talk about is entitlement. Now, what does it actually mean? Entitlement means when someone expects to get something from someone, and it doesn't matter if he deserves it or not. It's like you getting in a party and expecting to get respect from everyone without deserving it. It happens a lot in relationships when women just think that they are entitled to certain things. Let's take respect for instance. Many women expect to get respect from their partners without putting any effort from her side. They just expect them to love them and stuff, but don't play their part in it. That's a major problem right here, as the relationship will not be stable at all. Respect, love, and affection should be mutually received by both women and men from each other. One cannot show any affection and expect the other to do so. It becomes especially problematic when it is about the long run. When she talks about marriage, but doesn't act like one who has the qualities for becoming a wife. She simply wants the title and will not make any effort to show that she has the qualities that a wife should have. She thinks that she is entitled to it simply because the two of you have spent time together. You can also be assertive of this red flag when she becomes more and more detached from you as you increase the love and affection. She will become less intimate, and essentially the relationship between your feelings and behavior with hers will become inversely proportional. The more effort you put into the relationship will result in her expecting much more of it without her putting the same effort into the relationship. It becomes a really sad situation where your time and love will not be valued as much as it should. It shows the lack of boundaries, and it will backfire when you try to explain to her that it isn't healthy and all. You will be thought to be suppressive when in reality you will only be leading the relationship, and that is what you are supposed to do. Red flag number 2. We will shed some light on double standards. This is also one of the major red flags, and you will be required to leave her and quit the relationship with her if you see it in her. See, it becomes really problematic in day-to-day life as well, and is mentally detrimental as well due to the stress it gives you. Some girls become friends with their exes after quitting their relationship with each other and have Snapchat streaks going on with a lot of male friends, have a lot of them in their contact lists as well, and she expects you to have no problem about it. She will even call you nosy and will tell you that you are not her dad, and so you don't get to choose who she's talking to and what she's doing. Now the same girl will start jumping out of anger when she finds you talking with another girl, even if it's with the intent of an office job. According to her, you can't even have female friends and cannot talk to a girl. To her, it's highly offensive even when you respond to a girl. Can you see the double standards here? It gets really uncomfortable and unfair when this happens, and so you should leave this type of relationship where the rules for you and her are different. Another example can be the responsibilities where she will say that you guys are equally going to make efforts. Now, while she says this, she will also want you to bear more than half of the responsibilities. But still, say that you two are equal. That is a double standard, and when you spot this red flag, you should move on from her, as you will never be able to satisfy her standard of equality. You should simply quit it with her, no matter the amount of times you have made out with each other or how intimate you are. No matter how attracted you are to each other and how attractive and pretty she is, you should leave her. In these circumstances, beauty and stuff will not make a difference if there are double standards in the relationship. It will only worsen with time, and so it is best to leave early. Red flag number 3. For the third red flag, we are going to talk about a decrease in her desire to sleep with you. It becomes less and less exciting for her, and that is when she doesn't have any desire for you and might even leave you one day. In the beginning, it is exciting, and there is a mutual desire of you both, but then it becomes less exciting, maybe because she wants to be with other men now, and so she might say goodbye to you one day. Oftentimes men have to become compliant with women. It isn't that they become compliant because they have become weaker or afraid. It is because when there are feuds and constant disagreements, it becomes harder and harder to live together with that particular person, and so the man feels the need to not disagree. This happens a lot, and like most of the times when women refuse to sleep with their men, they often use it as a tool as well to control their men. And that is such a sad reality of today. The two of you are supposed to drive pleasure from each other and comfort each other. But then what most of the women do is that they use it as a controlling tool to keep their men on their fingertips and do what they want. They make it a reward. They tell you that if you perform a certain task, they will maybe let you sleep with her in the bed and can be intimate with you. That's evil and torturous and should never be there in any relationship. Such a relationship should be quitted quickly, because these types of women might as well grow out of you and leave you for other men. And so it will be best to leave such a woman and quit the relationship with her. Be sure to keep an eye out for these red flags, and if you happen to spot them, the best thing you can do is to move on from her and leave her. This is it for today, guys. Really hope you got your answers from this video. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to hit that like button. You can share it with your friends who you think can make a use of this advice as well. Also hit the subscribe button and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you do not miss out on the future helpful videos like this. You can also check out our channel to find more of such helpful content to help you in your journey as a man. See you in another video with more amazing content.